much as you need me, all right? But if you do not open that door, he is going to kill us. He is coming for me.
Dominating Impulse. We're back. We took a little recess, but we're back. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. Hope you guys had a nice Supergirl Monday. Now, we're on to Tuesday. Now, I was going to drop my Flash video first, but then I watched Legends, and I'm like, they did that shit. They did that shit. Like, if you don't know, The Flash is usually the best show of all the DC TV shows. Arrow is my favorite, but Legends this year is taking the cake. Now, they did the thing that we were waiting for The Flash to do last year, but they brought it back. Now, if you didn't watch it, careful for spoilers, because I'm about to go in. Let's just do it. Let's do it.
First, I want to say I really love this episode. This is the Legends we were supposed to get last year. It's by far the best on DC TV. They gave us the Black Flash. I gotta say, Legends is giving us the most comic book type things in any of the DC TV. Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Gotham, any of those shows, Legends is taking the cake. Now, we get this story from the perspective of the Legion of Doom, and I gotta say, it was pretty sick how they introed My Name is Damien Dark kind of do, how they do Flash and Arrow. It was just sick all around. I love how they introduced Malcolm Merlyn. They showed his kind of origin into the team, because we kind of just seen through in the Al Capone episode. But they actually explain how Eobard went to go get him and Dark. We seen Dark die at the end of Arrow Season 3. So I thought that was pretty sick. We also kind of seen this bromance of love and hate between Malcolm Merlyn and Damien Dark, two former members of the League of Assassins. So it's like, it's only so much that they can take from another bad guy. You know, their guys are used to being the big bosses, and now this whole team up thing isn't going to work. But I knew going down the road some friction was going to become of this team, because there were just so many unanswered questions. But at the end of the day, the torture methods didn't work, so I don't know how they discovered this, but there happens to be a false tooth from Rip Hunter's mouth, again, a keeper of the Spirit Destiny, Time Master. So it's a lot of stuff and information that he tries to hide from himself. They figure out the tooth is a bank account at a Swiss bank, and they need it because I guess it has Rip Hunter's memories that they're going to reset. So we catch up with our Legends team. Professor Stein, they have the amulet. They're trying to actually read it. There's one person in the world who can help them with that. And go back to the Fortnite crossover, his daughter. Probably one of the second smartest persons in this Arrowverse next to him, maybe Ray Palmer, and a couple other guys, but she's right up there. The only disappointing thing is we kind of jumped into she's a time aberration CW melodrama. I really didn't feel that aspect, but it kind of worked out. The only other thing that really didn't make sense to me in this episode was these guys are in Central City, home of the Flash, the main speedster, and they have no idea of trying to identify this speedster. Now we go back to Legends Season 2 in the intro. When we were introduced to the Reverse Flash killing Our Man, I just don't understand why they just didn't go to Star Labs. You know, they're in Central City. Now, if there's any other time period, I will understand, but they're actually in Central City. Barry wasn't really going ham this week, so he was really basically open to any and all questions about speedsters. So, but, you know, Sarah really wasn't feeling the whole Legion of Doom name. I thought it was sick. Mick is telling everybody this is what we got to do, who's kind of going through his own personal emotional trauma. But I think at the end of the season, Mick is going to be the one to die, like at the end of last season when it was Snart, because, you know, both of those guys kind of got that Prison Break rebirth coming back. So, you know, I don't know if he's going to be tied into 2 episodes, but Mick is going to be a big part of this Batcave. Hence, he's the one who told Professor Stein's daughter that she was a time aberration. And I just thought that, like, wow, Mick, that's illy. So go back to Rip Hunter. He's kind of put the 2 guys of the Legion of Doom against each other, cowboy style. Hence, the good, bad, and the ugly. Neither one of you guys are Clint Eastwood. But as they turned out, what he did was he made these 2 guys see that Thawne doesn't treat them like men. He doesn't treat them like henchmen. They're beneath him. You're a speedster who can travel through time, but you need me. 2 humans. Not even superpower humans. Not even meta humans. Sick, right? Or maybe that's just, you know, how coy. So Rip Hunter basically tells the Reverse Flash, hey, these guys have made an alliance. I'm not supposed to tell you. What did you think? I wasn't going to try to escape? And the Reverse Flash is like, wow, these guys are crazy as hell. I give them this opportunity and they try to backslide on me. The funniest part to me is when he confronts Merlin and Damien Dark in the bank. And Damien Dark is like, I'm just ready to play this out. I don't care what happens. You know, I basically died in 2016, so I'm just playing with borrowed time here. And Thawne is nervous as hell. He's almost like, I don't know what to do. These guys are going to discover it. I can't keep this a secret for too long. It's just all coming up to, you know, what we wanted. And that's the Black Flash. Like, the Black Flash is the main staple of this. Now, they tell him, don't use the Speed Force. He can track you that way. Now you can see he's scared shitless right now. He doesn't know what to do. He's about to poop his pants. But together they come up with a plan to temporarily stop the Black Flash, stop Death from getting near Thawne, so they can continue their plan of rewriting history itself.
So then we gonna combo this video. I'ma just do it with the Flash because like all these stories tie together. I see the importance now of Legends of Tomorrow.
So this episode of The Flash was pretty linear, and it kind of was an explainer to things to come. Also was a backstory of H.R. Wells, so I felt like we needed to get a little more information about him. So basically, Gypsy, a bounty hunter who's vibed just like Cisco from Earth 19, is coming to snatch H.R. because he broke the rules. Interdimensional time travel, linear travel, however you want to look at it, he broke the rules. And at the end of the day, you have to pay for that. And I think that's why they sent someone just like her. And it also helped Cisco be coming to his own. Now, as you've seen, she easily broke into Star Labs, but that's another story. I don't know not one villain who hasn't been inside Star Labs or the Arrow Cave. Comes in, pops HR, just to let him know, I'm here for you. And at the end of the day, you're mine. Who comes in? Kid Flash. She easily stops him. And Cisco sees what he can do with his power. And I think that's going to be a little bit of a foreshadow as what to come with how they're going to actually team up and stop Savitar somehow, some way. But at the end of the day, we kind of got a little bit more into HR, why he did what he did. And we also see in this Speed Lab, which one of my new favorite sets of the Flash and Arrow, Wally is getting so fast that it's getting crazy. But back to HR. We kind of see his humane side, and we kind of see a little bit more of why he's doing what he was doing. Then we got Iris with death on her brain. She's going back to the Flashpoint, Kid Flash and Iris being a brother and sister dynamic duo. And she puts herself in harm's way, and Joe just lays in on both of them. You compromise so much for a story, and Joe still has no idea that Iris is destined to die. But Vibe defeated Gypsy, knocked it out, and she got to take a lot of coffee home. So at the end of the day, I guess it was a win-win. But the Constellation Prize, H.R. Wells doesn't get to go back to Earth 19, so we might be stuck with him for a while on Earth 1. That remains to be seen. That was pretty much it from The Flash. We didn't get really any teasers going forward, anything with Savitar, but I think the character development for Julian, the character development for Wally is going to pay volumes down the road. And at the end of the episode, we see Barry says, you're the only one who's fast enough to stop Savitar. I've been looking at it all wrong.
So with that being said, guys, just know I got an Arrow video coming tonight. Check that out. I also have a special Black History Month breaking down of one of my favorite JL